Hello, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Joshua Katui, and today I'm going to be talking about habits that are keeping you broke, habits that are keeping you poor. And also at the end of the video, I'll give you guys tips to help you to break the barrier between broke and rich, and also wealthy. I guess wealthy is above rich. So the very first thing that I'm going to be telling you guys is never ignore honest money. All right, if you pick up some $1,000, some thousand Kenyan shillings down there, just go use it. All right, it's some money that you've picked up. In this time and age, you don't have to stand in the middle of people and start asking whose money this, or even how in primary or kindergarten you are taught that if you pick up money, you take it to the teacher so that he or she can ask who lost the money. But now we are of age, you are over 30, you are over 20. If you pick up money, just go use it. All right, whoever lost it, that's it on them. Maybe even then they'll end up picking up some money. All right, you don't have to stand in the middle of a big crowd and ask whose money is this. Whoever lost the money probably is looking at their phone and telling their friends how they've lost $1,000. You, on the other hand, you've picked it up. All right, go use it and make use of it. And also, it does not apply on just money that you've picked up on the road. It also applies on money that you're given by your friends, by your family, by your relatives. Accept that money and make good use of it. Don't just accept it and start getting more debts on top of it. Like if you're given $1,000 and you needed $2,000, just look for the $1,000. Don't go getting more debts or more loans so that you can fulfill what you wanted. The other thing I'll be telling you guys is keep your money tracked. All right, trace each and every single coin that you spend in your day-to-day activities. Make sure that by the end of the day, you know where this certain amount of money went, and also where this certain amount of money was spent on. Make sure that you keep track so that you don't lose more money or end up overspending. Like let's say if you've decided that for shopping, I'll spend $100. Then you go to shopping and you come back and you don't track your money and don't even bother to look at how much you spend on your shopping. Then a few days later or months later, you'll ask yourself why your money lost. But along the way, let's say you've, for the example I've given you guys, spending $100 for shopping. You go shopping and you buy a lot of things and end up buying things that are worth $500. And each and every single month, it will keep on incurring. And by the end of the year, you'll have spent almost $400, and so that's $4,800. And that's a lot of money that you would have used it in a different place, maybe investing, maybe starting a business that you've always wanted to start. So keep track of each and every single coin that you spend. This is something that I started doing of late, actually. I think since the beginning of this year, each and every single week. Okay, I now say daily, but sitting each and every single week and accounting each and every single coin, it helps you also to understand how far your budget has been stretched, and also to budget for the next month or the next week. Also on that, I'll be telling you guys that make sure that you are and also you are involved in making budget and making financial decisions. If you're a couple, make sure that you take part in it. Don't say because my husband works in a bank, because my wife and all that stuff. Don't say because this person knows more about finance, I shouldn't be involved. Well, we all make mistakes, right? We are human. It's not like we are perfect. Even I am sure they make mistakes sometimes. You're even asked sometimes if you're a robot, but actually the AI is asking you if you're a robot. You're a human, right? So make sure that you are involved in each and every single financial decision that you make. The other thing I'll be telling you guys is avoid impulse buying. All right? Some people are quite really good at convincing you to buy something that they're selling, and you have to know and have that skill that will prevent you from buying things that you did not intend to buy. If somebody is offering you something, and even if it's at the cheapest price, all right, okay, if it's at the cheapest price and it's something that you probably need next week, like if you've budgeted that next week is when you'll buy, let's say, a blender, then somebody comes and offers you a blender at $200 or $30, $50. I don't know how much a blender is in your country, but if somebody offers you something cheap and you need it sometime later, then it's okay to buy it. I wouldn't consider that as impulse buying. But if you don't need something and you decide to buy it at that moment, that's impulse buying. Not having an emergency fund is something that is very detrimental and something that will harm your financial stability and your financial statuses. An emergency fund is very important in the case that each and every single day we have emergencies. I mean, things like hospital bills and things like car repairs, or even a repair that you need in your house. Let's say your phone has spoiled, your phone has cracked. That's an emergency fund. You need funds set aside to cater for such things. This will avoid you from dipping your hands into your saving accounts, into getting loans, and various things that will end up harming your financial status and your financial stability. So make sure that each and every single time that you're making a budget, each and every single morning that you wake up, ensure that your emergency fund is there, all right? And don't use the emergency fund on things that are not considered emergency and start saying or comforting yourself by saying that this is an emergency. Make sure that it's an emergency, all right? The other thing I'll be telling you guys is using credit cards to fill budget gaps. Credit cards are important for emergencies and also to manage cash flows. But these credit cards will continue increasing your debts and your loans over time. Use your credit card only when your credit score will increase when you continue using it, and also when you can pay back the credit that you have taken. Ensure that you have money to pay it back, all right? When you're making a budget, put aside some money that you will be using to pay back the credit score, the credit that you have taken. The other thing is not having financial literacy. I mean, ever since I was born till the age of 18, I've never read any financial book. The very first financial book I read is when I was 19 years old. Okay, and it's because I had a whole year just to spend on whatever I wanted to. I had all that time, so I just decided, let me read one financial book. In that financial book, over time, I didn't put what I studied in it, just because I was ignoring it. Ignorance is bliss. You know, if you listen to a lot of Buddha sayings, they tell you that ignorance is bliss. Not knowing something at some point is helpful, but also knowing something is also good for you. Having financial literacy will help you to manage your interests and also to get loans that are good for you. You'll be able to make informed decisions on interest, importance of saving and in investing and managing credit. Not having a good money mindset. How you view wealth and your attitude towards spending and saving will dictate how or in which social status that you're going to be in. If you view money and wealth in a negative way, in such that money is only for chosen people, it's their destiny, it's luck, I don't know, all those things that people believe in about wealth, or wealth is only for the people who have sacrificed certain people like joining the Illuminati. I don't know if those stories were real even, but you need a positive money mindset in order to break that barrier that you're currently in of being broke and being poor. You need a positive mindset that is driven towards wealth, that is driven towards success, that is driven towards earning more. A mindset that will attract more, all right? Not investing. If you have money that's sitting around in your bank and also in your savings, use it to invest so that you can earn more. Let's say you start with $1,000 or $100, whatever amount that you have, invest that slowly by slowly. You can invest in things like real estate, bonds, and also in stocks. This will grow your wealth tremendously. The other thing is not using a budget. A budget is very important. I've spoken about this in my previous videos, and also I have a budgeting spreadsheet example that I have done live for you guys so that you can see how to budget, and also things that you need to put in your budget. Ensure that your budget has the very important things that they need to be there. Things like food, shelter, clothing. Those are the 3 basic needs of humans. Ensure that those things are there. Ensure that you have an emergency, a saving, and also a loan strategy in your budget. The other thing I'll be telling you guys is avoid ignoring your debt and your loans that you have taken. If you have a debt and a loan, ensure that you have paid it in time, and also ensure that you have set aside some specific finances to pay up that debt. It will also increase the trust that the bank has in you, because you'll be able to pay it in time, and they'll also give you a rise in your debt. The other thing I'll be telling you guys is don't avoid taking debts and loans to have fun, and also to spend it on miscellaneous things and things that you can ignore. Avoid taking debts and loans for such things. You'll realize that having fun is something not necessary, because right now if you look at, let's say, your parents, all right, these people probably have fun once a year. But for me, I'm currently very young, all right, and I also want to hang out with my friends. I want to meet new people. I want to go to different places. But if I start taking debts and loans for spending on fun, by the time I'm at 30 years old, 40 years old, I'll have incurred a lot of debts, and the debts will continue damaging my finances, because if I use debt and loans, I'll have to use money from my savings, from my emergency fund. I'll have to start cutting on expenses, and with time this will continue damaging my finances along the way. So that's it for today. See you in my very next video. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. and let's get in the comment section and get to know how each of us are managing our finances. It's a safe space. Let's communicate and let's get to know each other also. I'm from Kenya. Where are you from? Bye bye.